Now, when we look around the world and everything that is happening in the world today, we can truly say that Bible prophecy is unfolding. Now, there's many critics when it comes to prophecy who will say, it's all sensationalism, that this is not Bible prophecy happening. But it's happening now at such a pace and so quickly and so strongly. It's very, very difficult to deny that we're seeing the Bible coming to life right in front of our eyes. Prophecy is truly unfolding. What I wanted to do today is to show you some of the things that's happening in the world, but to show you exactly how they're going to use this in their own narrative, but also how we compact it to actually see how all the different parts of prophecy correlate and come together. Now, there's some things in here that's sad to see that it's happening, but it's just to show you and actually open your eyes to how this is actually happening. Like always, watch it in its full to get the full context, and remember, smash the like button to get this out to as many as possible to make them aware. But have a look at what's happening in China at the moment.
Hong Kong is experiencing apocalyptic floods. In just 1 hour, it rained 6 inches. That's the most since records began in 1884. Buses are flooding, the subways are flooding, and you could take boats down these streets because they're being turned into rivers. It's so bad that cars in the street are being forced to a total stop by the water. And so for now, follow to stay in the loop.
China now recording one of its biggest ever flooding seasons on record. Is this coincidence? I'm going to leave that to you, but this is something that's happening everywhere. Europe and other places flooding like nothing else. But what's after happening lately in Morocco? Have a look first and then we'll talk about it. Have a look at this.
The death toll has surpassed 1,300 from a powerful 6.8 magnitude earthquake that struck Morocco on Friday night, according to state TV. The toll makes it the deadliest quake to hit the North African country in decades. Rescue teams are reportedly struggling to reach the most affected areas, with roads blocked by debris. One witness said, "We are hoping for miracles from the rubble." The city's historic walls, first laid out in the early 12th century, have been damaged. The earthquake was the most powerful to shake the area surrounding Marrakesh in more than 120 years.
Now, this is very, very sad. Obviously the death toll is quite high. It's well over 1,300 at the moment, and our prayers are for people that are there that are going through this. Very sad to see, but it's a very, very strong earthquake in Morocco. Now, this is not the first time. We've had the one in Turkey, in Syria and other places. It's now starting to happen everywhere. Something that Jesus spoke about himself, where he said earthquakes would happen in various places. Now, we know when it's end time prophecy, it's like birth pangs. They get stronger and quicker and with more intensity as we get closer to the return of Christ. But everything we see happening, whether it be fires and floods and all of these things, this is kind of how the narrative spins and what they use. Have a look.
Disturbing climate change milestone in the waters off South Florida. This is a shot of Manatee Bay, where a buoy measured the water temperature at 101.1 degrees last night. If confirmed, that would be a global record high. It is hotter than the average shower and is a typical setting for a hot tub.
That buoy you mentioned is located in the Upper Keys and was recorded at a depth of about 5 feet. This is shallow, murky water, and so it's able to absorb more heat, which is also causing major environmental concerns and providing little to no relief for South Florida. Miami's on pace to see its warmest July on record, and the waters in the Atlantic Basin are running warm as well, and it could provide fuel for a new area to watch for development as it moves westbound.
Now, this is going to be one of the biggest narratives over the next coming years. Climate change is the number one at the moment. There's many other things going on. Obviously, we have our alien agenda and, obviously the New World Order, people through it as well. There's so much happening. Bible clearly tells us prophecy is in part. None of us know everything. All we can do is put the pieces of the puzzle together to try and get an overview of what we see. But prophecy is not just one event. It's all of them combined that's leading up to a crescendo, up to a peak. And obviously us that believe in prophecy believe that that is the return of Christ. I wanted to try to keep this short but end on one sweet note, and it's a short video, but it kind of puts the whole thing together and really kind of sets the tone of why we believe that this is the generation that the scriptures were talking about that would see the return of Christ. Remember, God is always in control, and keep the faith.
When Israel was restored to the land in 1948, when that happened, people watched it on a grainy black and white television. Now think, in 70 little short years, 7 little decades, Look what's happened. From grainy black and white television, the restoration of Israel, technology has exploded. I mean, we're into quantum computing and genetic editing and CRISPR-Cas9 and instantaneous information communication networks and satellite and cable and 24/7 news cycle and military machinery and equipment and circumnavigating the globe and nuclear-powered submarines and aircraft carriers and space shuttles and space probes out in deep space beyond our galaxy. From a black and white TV 7 decades ago to this, and it's still exploding. AI, robotics, I mean, it's unbelievable. This has only happened in one generation. And all of these things we've talked about are coming like this. So ask me again, do I think we're in the end times? Yes, absolutely we are. I don't think it, I know it. Now, I don't know a day, but we are there. We are there. And it's time for the church to wake up to this fact.